Because we've got so much to get into.
We've got a lot to get into.
I got a Fitbit.
Oh. Is this new?
Yeah, it is new. Have you ever had a smartwatch?
I think I've had one of those. I think I've had a Fitbit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a Fitbit, but it's one of those things like you feel like you've stepped into the future with it.
Okay.
And then I kind of look around and realize like everyone already does have one.
Yeah.
And they have for like 15 years. It's not a new thing at all.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That moment of thinking you're special.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I got this really cool thing done. It meant so much for me. And then you realize every single person has the exact same thing.
It's kind of good. It's good for like tracking like workouts and stuff, but it tracks your sleep as well. And I can wake up and I've like been like, oh, I just had a really good sleep.
Yes. And
then I check the app and it's like, oh, actually, there was a very light sleep. You didn't, and I'm just like, I guess I'm tired.
Yeah, you're kind of getting gaslit by your watch. Kind of like, dude, you're tired.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be able to get through today. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to like attack today. It's like, dude.
No, you're not.
Get back to bed.
You feel terrible.
Maybe even have today off.
Yeah.
I remember that really well. As soon as you start tracking your sleep, it's a scary path to go down because you strive for perfection. You're always told like 9 hours is how much you should get. In order to get 9 hours, you have to be in bed for 11 hours.
Yeah.
I did this for a few weeks where I was trying to get 10 hours and I was spending 12 hours. Yeah.
No one needs 10.
You kind of do need 10 because you're never actually going to get 10.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then you realize how much time you actually have to give yourself in order to get sleep.
Right.
Because let's say if you're in bed, like, let's say that you're the best person on earth and you have 9.5 hours in bed.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be around 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
7 hours, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And the app's going to be like, that's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
My one, it's got like, it gives you like a sleep animal. And it said that I was a koala because I was nocturnal because I go to bed after 12 every night. And then its suggestion for me was to go to bed at 11.
Yeah.
And then wake up at 7. I'm like, but I'm going to bed at 12 and waking up at 8. Like, why does it matter? Why do you want me to? It's got an idea of who it wants me to be, and I'm not being that. What difference is I literally can't work it out. Do you know what I mean?
I do think these apps, or even the science, wants you to be a specific type of person. Do you know that Brian Johnson dude?
Who's Brian Johnson?
He's the dude who's trying to live forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he'd probably like track intercourse sessions with his wife. Like legitimately, it goes to that sort of level.
Yeah.
But he's trying to live forever, and he's like trying to have it all proven by science, so anyone can kind of follow his routine. But he has found like the best time to go to sleep is, I don't even know, maybe like 9:30 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then you're meant to get up really early. You're kind of meant to work with the sun or with like the cycle of the day.
I don't think you're meant to do that.
Do you know what else he does?
Yeah.
He like, let's say if he goes to sleep, he says you need to have, I think, something ridiculous like 8 or 10 hours before your last meal and sleep.
What?
You're literally meant to have, a fully empty stomach and then go to sleep.
For what?
Apparently, your body's still digesting food. If you ate 5 hours ago, your body's still digesting it. You shouldn't be going to sleep yet. For my whole life, I've like had my milk and cookies.
Yeah.
Gone straight to sleep. Like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm literally out in the kitchen looking for the milk and cookies and I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
That's been my entire life.
Right.
And apparently that's all a lie. I'm meant to have had those milk and cookies at midday.
If you want to go to sleep at like 10.
I want to go to sleep at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Have the milk and cookies around lunchtime and then call it a day. Imagine that. Yeah, you're like, let's say at the office, you've had your milk and cookies. Some of the boys are like, hey, we're going to this nice Vietnamese restaurant.
I'll come watch you guys.
I can watch you guys. I'm trying to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
I wish I could be like you, but I'm trying to sleep tonight, so.
Trying to be healthy does get in the way, like, so much. And it's also too much in the weeds. There's too much, like, guesswork. I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Yes.
And you learn a little bit, and then there's, like, something talking about amino acids.
Okay, what's that?
I don't know. It's like, it was something about, like, your gut health or something, and then gut health, like, I don't know what any of this shit means.
Yes.
I'm just tracking I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah.
What about amino acids?
Yeah.
Carrot line.
Yeah.
I do want to kind of become better.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things you have to do though. You're not allowed to have cold water. You're not meant to drink with a meal. You're meant to
This
drink.
is what this guy is saying?
This is just like science is always kind of coming up with these weird and wacky new discoveries. You're apparently not meant to drink while you eat. You're meant to eat your meal and then wait at least 30 minutes and then maybe have a thing of water. Warm water. You can't have cold water. It literally will kill you, apparently.
Nah, these guys are freaks.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
I feel like they are people who just kind of, digesting the new science. Because that's all it is. It's like, oh, we found out this is the answer. We found out like that is the answer. There are just new discoveries always being made.
But I think the argument is always like there's Keith Richards who's like 99 years old and he's just been going ham with everything his whole life.
Imagine it's just all like a fraud and he's like at a concert having his last meal at 12. Sorry, mate. I got to get to sleep. I don't know. Is Keith Richards British? I don't know. I feel like they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a feeling all these rock stars, all these people who have claimed to live like a really, like a harsh life. Johnny Cash wasn't doing any of this stuff. He was hitting an ice bath. They'd be like, sorry, Caroline, what time do they want me for that prison gig?
Yeah.
He's sitting in a sauna. I don't think anyone who's lived a long life did anything cool. They all lied. Literally. They were all meditating, ice bathing. Yeah. They were like in saunas, not eating after midday.
Kurt Cobain's like at a health retreat right now. He's like, no, that's part of it. You're meant to kind of blow the... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too dark.
I just don't think it's real. Jay-Z's probably like, hey, yo, B, I need to get my red light as soon as I wake up. Imagine Jay-Z walking around with all those weird red light masks.
Yeah. This is why you got to... Yeah. He's probably just got someone that does the shows for him because he's gone to bed with 100%. The sun.
It's like MF Doom. Yeah. MF Doom had like imposters because he was fast asleep. He hit the gym and then he was fast asleep. Literally.
Going to the gym is probably literally bad for you. I don't think there's been anyone... Like, throughout history, you're probably not actually meant to really have muscle.
No, not at all. You're meant to get muscle through, like, I don't know, fighting lions. That's the only reason someone should be
running
jacked.
From lions.
Yeah. And then, like, trying to get up a wall, wrestling with it, trying to, like, save your own life. That's how you get jacked.
We're not meant to live forever. We should be dying at, like, 30.
100%.
It's crazy that we're even able to not do that. If you said, like, back in the day, it was probably like you saw someone get a grey hair. You're like taking him out on a canoe and throwing him in the water.
I don't think life is meant to be lived that long.
No.
You see old people, that's just not meant to be happening.
Yeah.
Literally not meant to be happening.
It's because we've introduced so many things to do. There wasn't that many things to do in the past.
That's true.
Like in the
true.
Like caveman days, there's like 5 things to do.
Yeah, in terms of like a hobby.
Yeah.
You just were having to like hunt or gather. That was kind of it. It's like, dude, I'm bored. It's like, hey, we'll go hunt. It's like, I'm bored. I've already done all my hunting. We'll go gather.
Yeah.
You have to be doing one of those two things. That's literally all there was.
For having so much like downtime, like they're not playing PlayStation or anything. You think they'd be better at drawing? You know what I mean?
If you look at like cave paintings, they really weren't. Outside of cave paintings, they weren't getting much done. They had all this downtime. They let's say went hunting for a few hours, came back, and you've got what? Unless they were, I don't know, ice bathing or.
They probably were.
They probably were doing that, and maybe that was like how they filled in all their other time.
Yeah.
They like tried to like literally touch the grass. Doing breath work, meditation sessions, hitting yoga, and then finally, dinner's ready.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They took Jesus down from the cross, and he just went in there for a 3-day sauna, came out again, just like rejuvenated.
I actually really liked it. The silent retreat.
Yeah,
I've been doing all this preaching and tearing down churches.
Do you know anyone that's gone to like an actual silent retreat?
I have.
You have?
Yes. Oh no, I haven't. I know.
Oh.
I know someone who's gone to one.
Like personally?
Yes.
I think that, I don't know, I think it's kind of whack.
I have a feeling.
It seems scary and like culty.
The person who said it was like you could have kind of conversations with people passing by if they weren't freaks.
Oh, right.
You could kind of be like, "How you going? It's going good." But they're not like that strict on it because at the end of the day, it's meant to be just like a wellness exercise.
Yeah.
You're not meant to punish yourself at all. There are like
it's meant
there
to
are
be good
levels
for you to not talk.
Yeah, there are levels to it. It's like you're wanting to do this. You can kind of talk if you want to, but you have to kind of respect other people.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I've thought about doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it would really do. I feel like I kind of have a silent retreat if I'm sick at home one day.
How crazy is it even when you have a day not talking to anyone
Yeah.
and then you go to the shop or something at like 7 p.m.
Yes.
And
You say you utter your first words. You're like a baby.
you say your first words and it's just, you do lose like being able to talk to people that quickly.
100%. You're talking to that Nepalese guy and you're like, just on number 6. And he kind of gives you a look like, that felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
He knows. The only people who are having like that sort of interaction so consistently are Nepalese men working at like a 7-Eleven. They're getting that all the time. I would say literally on average 4 times a day, there's a Nepalese guy who's having a conversation just with some, I don't know, work from home kind of suit dude. He's like, damn, that was the first word I've said all day.
Yeah.
So that's good. How's it feel?
I used to work at a supermarket.
Did you?
And there was a guy that would come in and it'd just be like a how you going kind of thing. And he was like a well-to-do kind of guy. And
Your customer.
yeah, and he'd really break it down to me. It'd be like, how's your day? Or something. If he was coming past, how's your day?
He would actually ask you questions.
He would tell me how his day was.
Oh, so you would say how you going?
It's like, this is a formality.
100%.
I work at a supermarket. Don't tell me about your good, cool life. You know what I mean?
I hit a crazy one recently. There was a dude that passed me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how you going?" Like with headphones on, and then I kind of heard him say something in the distance. And I was like, "Sorry, what?" And he said, "Good, now that it's time to go home."
Wait,
what? I was like, "You didn't need to say that."
Yeah.
That is usually reserved for someone who kind of keeps the eye contact, or someone who's kind of having a good day, not a guy that's like, "How you going?" and then goes back to his phone. You don't hit the, good that I'm heading home now. Good that the day's over. Like, this dude should not be telling you how his day's going.
Me and my sweet baby Angel were at Woolworths the other day, and we were looking at a thing on the shelf and whatever. Yeah. Then she pulled out the phone and reads out like, all right, we got to get tomatoes, we got to get cucumber. Yep. And then this guy walking past goes like, cereal.
Like, as a bit?
Yeah, to be silly. And it's just so invasive. It's like literally that's the last thing someone utters before they like shoot the place up. That's a guy having a like psychotic break. And he's like, I guess nothing means anything anymore. It's too much. Just let me have my...
I love that so much.
Let me have my space. It's so invasive. It's
I
like
love
literally...
that so much.
I would rather he come up and like stroke my back. Rather than do something like that, because it's like you're kind of inside me now. You're in my body. You're in my brain. Yeah, it's not the kind of thing you're meant to do.
I love it so much. It's so good. Just being like, it's how subtle it is.
We're at a cafe.
Cereal.
Yeah.
You know what that really got me?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It was like kind of disturbing. It was kind of like...
Who was he? How old was this guy?
It's just like a mid-40s or like 50-year-old. It was just like, that was his thing for the day almost. He's just like, I'm gonna really weirdly just like break down the rules of society. And the reason why it annoys me so much is like, when people do that kind of thing and act like a little bit out of line, it's like you're reaping the benefit of a society by being in this shopping center, right? And we're all going to act cordial. And it's like, actually, we're not. I'm just going to find this young couple and just kind of insert myself into their thing.
It's like, it's harassment.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's like idea trafficking or something.
I think because what it is, it's so subtle.
It's grand theft conversation or something. It's like you can't just jump into this thing or be like, I'm just gonna make a joke for you guys.
Yeah, he entered without consent.
Yeah,
fully. He literally non-consensually entered the conversation. Non-consensual conversation entering. It literally is. It's genius as well. Like, we're talking about how difficult is that to pull off. That's like someone who just happens to see, like, two girls kind of hitting, like, a jump rope thing.
Yeah.
And then
he just runs in the middle.
And he just runs in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There was just by chance a break.
He just knew. Yeah, actually thinking about it from his point of view, because he knew he wanted to get into some ruckus.
Yes.
And he hears this thing, and he just goes, this is my lucky day.
I'm talking about as well, he's not like some 16-year-old punk kid. Mm-hmm. You're expecting that from them.
Yeah.
And then you look for the voice, and it's just some punk kid.
Yeah.
And you're like...
It's harmless as well. What he did was harmless.
Yeah, what he did was completely harmless. And it's
there's
just
another
fun.
one if someone's like, all right, 20, 24, 27, 30, and then someone jumps on like 58, 29 or something. That's an actual problem. That is a dick move.
I would always do that, like to my mum when she was trying to, like, I don't know, get like a number down.
Yeah.
Someone trying to give her number, their number.
Yeah.
She'd be like, so 043, I'd be like 892 974.
It's hilarious.
It's the best thing you can do in the entire world.
Maybe this guy was a serial salesman. And he was just like employed to walk around the supermarket and kind of plant that idea. So then we walk out and we actually did things on the list, and it's like, damn, now we got some crunchy nut.
Yeah, it literally is like, the Mr. Beast, Feastables, dark chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting cereal?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Out of principle?
Yeah, it was on the list, and now we just couldn't get it.
You didn't want to give him the satisfaction?
We were at a cafe the other day, and there was a guy sitting like next to us, like right next to us. So it was like her and I across the table, and this guy was like right there on like a bench seat kind of thing on his own table and whatever. But I'm just like, it's so hard because like he just hits mute on his AirPods that he has in, and you're just in for a world of conversation.
I do that.
It's just voyeurism.
I do that so often.
What, you hit the pause?
So often. As soon as there's like an argument going on.
Oh yeah, you got to catch an argument.
I'm hitting a pause so quick. I was at the gym not that long ago, and there was a dude who was like having an argument with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't need to go on that machine next to them. It was later on in my workout.
Yeah.
I pushed it forward, sat down, strategically paused it, and just listened in. It was actually creepy for me. I don't even know what came over me, but I was like, I just want to kind of hear what these people are arguing about.
And what kind of conclusion did you come to?
They're both foreign. I think the dude was like from Turkey. I think I kind of knew the dude, like in like, what is it? As an acquaintance.
Oh yeah.
And they both had such strong accents.
Oh yeah.
That I couldn't really make out what like either of them were saying.
Right.
And it was barely English. I don't know if they were speaking a different language.
Yeah.
But it was really hard. But I enjoy just the emotion and the kind of passion behind what they were saying.
Yeah.
That's
you're trying to learn about different cultures.
Literally, I just wanted to kind of get involved in a little bit. But it is true. Once you're at a cafe, all it takes is they don't even have to know. You just like pause the YouTube video you're watching. Just start listening in. Just start listening in. And you can literally, it's like listening to like a podcast in real life.
That might be an even better one if that guy that walked past and said cereal if he had AirPods in. Because then he's letting you know I'm creepy. I'm covert. But I'm listening.
It's a real power move. It's like if you're in that situation, you're listening to a conversation and you just add in your 2 cents.
Yeah.
Just be like, I don't know, there's a couple talking about like, oh, because I don't know if they had daylight savings, if it was Friday or if it happened on Saturday, if it's meant to be next week.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
be like, oh, it was on Saturday. Just something like that.
Is that ultimate? Is that the ultimate way? Are we meant to be connected like that?
I feel we may. Because now I'm starting to really appreciate this dude who kind of hit you with the cereal thing. Because all he's done is just, I don't know, let you know that we're mates. We're all together. We're all in this thing together.
Yeah.
We're all humans at the end of the day. You don't have to kind of cut me out.
Do you reckon it's us to eat a nani on the pod?
That should be fine. Just as long as you don't kind of deep throat it. Oh yeah, that's a crazy one. Yeah, it's the worst food to eat in the world, which is sad. A banana.
Nanis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know about hitting the dice banana.
No, what's that?
The young black gentlemen like to do.
What do?
They'll get their banana and kind of like just give it a shake and just do that because they don't want to get caught.
What do you mean, give it a shake?
Kind of like how if they're having like nuts pause or something like that, but they just kind of like
this?
do it secretively. No, they break off. Like if you break off like a piece this big and then you put it in your hands, you just have it like you kind of got some snacks in your head.
Because you don't want to get caught.
Because you just don't want to get caught lacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a real...
It is a problem.
Yeah.
It is kind of wrong.
You shouldn't be having phallic like foods in public. It should be reserved for like literally while you're alone.
Do you know Lifesavers, ice blocks?
That's the first thing that comes
give
to
those
mind.
things sloppy toppy.
I would... I'll spit on it. I'll spit on a lifesaver.
I go crazy with those things.
I would finish a lifesaver and I'll have like mascara running down my face. Legitimately. I would go to town on them. To the point where I think like kids, they didn't even understand how it was like overtly sexual. But they would kind of like be like, damn, you okay there?
I go so crazy with them. You know that cream in them?
Do you know what was more insane? Did you ever have I think it was called Bugs Life or Bugs Ice Blocks?
No, I've never had Bugs Ice Blocks.
They were literally
like
Bugs
Bunny?
No, they were literally just like lifesavers, but they were purple at the top and yellow at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Looked just like a lifesaver, but they had yellow jellies, like yellow kind of gummy bears all throughout.
Right, yeah, this is kind of...
All these foods were literally just kind of preparing us to give head. It's... Because what these things would do, you'd be like sucking them, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd have to like kind of...
Yeah.
Like suck one of the jellies out, then you start like chewing the jelly. You go back to your sucking.
Yeah.
Get another jelly out.
There's no like vaginal kind of shaped things.
Vaginal.
Maybe like a mandarin.
Yeah, maybe a mandarin.
Maybe like if you have two mandarin segments kind of together.
Or an apple. Something kind of vaginal about an apple, or even biting into anything. What is it? A peach is pretty vaginal. I don't even know, yeah.
No, peach is not vaginal.
What's something you're kind of licking?
Have you seen a vagina?
I don't know, chips.
Chips are actually closer. Two chips are actually kind of closer.
Tacos were always...
Oh, tacos literally are.
Yeah, tacos are an actual vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the closest thing.
They're kind of like...
A chicken foot.
You kind of have to work your way up to a taco. Yeah. And you're like, am I really going to be doing this? Are we really doing this right now? I'm going to get so dirty and disgusting.
Yeah.
My fingers are going to smell.
I'm going to want to like put it down as soon as I'm...
But yeah, tacos are probably the most vaginal food that exist.
Hard or soft? Soft. Oh.
Well,
Well, it's soft, but it's got to be like in the holder or something.
Yeah, because you take it, they're so messy.
Mm.
Again, kind of like a vagina. They seem wrong. Like you shouldn't be kind of doing this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even really... I would probably say a soft taco.
Yeah.
Might be the most vaginal food you can eat.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense, I guess. Who's eating them?
Who's eating tacos?
I was thinking about this. Do Mexican people even eat those foods?
Probably not.
I think it's a psyop. I think it's literally like just...
They're having like empanadas maybe? Or what do you think Mexican people are eating?
Do you think they're eating like corn chips and delicious nachos?
I've never... I always think about that. I don't think... Again,
I think they're just eating beans and rice, to be honest.
I don't think a Mexican person has ever sat down and had like a nacho platter ever.
It just must look completely different. It's probably like fish and rice.
Like 1,000,000%. Because I don't think they're having any of that. It's not practical food.
You've not been to Mexico?
No, I haven't been to Mexico.
Yeah, dang. I wonder what they're doing with it there.
I just assume. I don't think they're eating any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're having empanadas. I think they're having meat and rice, beans and rice. Yeah. I don't think a Mexican person has ever eaten nachos before. Ever.
I just picture them as kind of, yeah, I don't know.
What do you think they're eating?
I just think of them kind of having a beer. I don't really think about Mexican guys eating too much.
There are no Mexican people in Australia. I've never met a Mexican person in my entire life.
I was going to say, I know some Brazilians.
Yeah.
They speak Portuguese. It's not even
it's crazy. Just I don't know. Certain cultures just don't exist in some countries. There isn't any real Latin, representation. There are no Latin people in Australia. At all.
Interesting.
There's maybe like 17 of them and they all stick together.
Maybe it's too many nice islands and stuff around there that you would just...
I guess. Yeah, and maybe just don't do that journey.
Maybe it's just a cocaina. Maybe you just don't leave Mexico.
Is it too similar? Again, I've never been.
I don't know.
But there is a reason why I've never met a Mexican person.
Yeah, I've literally never met a Mexican.
Yeah, never. I've never met anyone who's met a Mexican person. That's how crazy it's gotten for me. Yeah. No one in my family's met a Mexican person. Yeah. They do not come up. It's really
you got to go through like 7 steps or something.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? There's probably 15 degrees of separation from Mexican people if you're from Australia.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I just wouldn't even know the first thing about them. I don't know if they're real. I don't think they're real.
Yeah,
I don't think Mexico actually exists.
I have no evidence to suggest it does.
At all. I've never met a Mexican person. People seem to talk about them. I don't know, or like in America. I've never come across. I don't know. I don't think they eat nachos, that's for sure.
That's for damn sure.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Mexican person on a screen eat a taco or nachos or anything like that.
No, it's always just a white guy eating that shit.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Sitting down, giving like a rundown of like Mexican cuisine.
Just surrounded by people that don't look Mexican.
Yeah. It's really... There are great Mexican restaurants all over Sydney though.
Yeah.
I went to a Korean Mexican place.
I don't like this fusion shit.
I know, it kind of got me a little bit. I was like, oh, this seems cool.
Yeah.
Then I got there and I started eating and I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I literally it was loaded fries with...
Fries?
Yeah.
That's neither of them.
I know.
Hey, can I just get a pizza?
Yeah, I went to like a... what is it? Like a Chinese-Italian fusion and got some nachos.
Just got a croissant. Yeah.
I know. I got like loaded fries with bulgogi beef, like Korean bulgogi beef, chopped up kimchi, and salsa.
Did you love it?
It was kind of strange. It was so funny. Like, you always think about these fusion restaurants and stuff like that, and the ones I've gone to, they've been pretty good. But this time I was like, I can kind of see what they've done here.
Yeah.
They've just put two things together, and it almost tastes like they don't match at all. The kimchi's kind of too sweet.
Yeah. The
salsa's kind of like competing. It didn't work. It was the first time I've gone to a fusion place and was like, nah, didn't work. This idea you had's cool in theory, but it didn't work today. Let's go back to the drawing board. Maybe let's go kind of Mexican, I don't know, Japanese or something like that. Because that Mexican
the fusion thing is the most It's just, I don't know. I don't get what works really well is like a cafe. You can do a cafe with anything.
Oh
Cafe plus anything, because cafe is kind of generic.
Go nuts.
With
Do an
cafe
Indian
plus
cafe where like you have curry on the side of it.
Maybe there are some rules. Maybe there are some rules.
I know. I went to the Pina. I've gone to a few kind of these fusion sort of cafe places, and they'll do like kimchi.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
Right.
It'll be like you'll get like your scrambled eggs or a big breakfast or something like that, and you can get like a side of kimchi.
Yeah.
That's a pretty strong flavor to have.
Right.
In the morning. I went with a friend, and she was literally like, put that on the other side of the table. I don't want that anywhere near me. I'm literally, I'm still waking up here. I don't need to smell that first thing in the morning.
What's the, have you had durian?
Never tried durian. I'm scared to. I've just heard too many bad things.
About it stinking.
Yeah.
People say it's the worst smell in the world.
Yeah, they literally say exactly that. Say it's the worst smell in the entire world. I'm scared. It scares me.
There's the hotels like all around like Southeast Asia, and they've got it on the door, no durian.
Yes.
Which I guess it's for Chinese people, right? Chinese people love it.
I don't even know. I feel like it's like Thai or Malaysian people seem to really love their durian.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I think it's really big in Thailand.
It stinks too much.
Yeah.
It like stinks up the room and stuff. And I just can't comprehend how something could
smell
do
that bad.
And then you're like,
I can't imagine what it smells like. Like, and the other thing I can really compare it to, I know kimchi smells. And I know kimchi if I'm putting it in my fridge. And I will do this sometimes as a test. It'll be in like a tub. Close the tub. I put a plastic bag around it. Zip that up. Another plastic bag. Tie that shut, another plastic bag. If it had been opened and the next morning I open up the fridge, the whole fridge will smell of kimchi.
Yeah.
And it's in 5 bags.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine what durian would smell like if it's worse than kimchi.
Nah. And the smell of food does kind of go a long way for me. I get very like I've been going did I tell you about the hot sauce?
I have a vague.
Oh, yeah, I got the hot sauce from the market.
Yeah.
And it's just such a cool thing to do at a market.
Getting a hot sauce.
It's the ultimate thing. It's kind of cheap. Because you want to go and kind of like look around. Girls kill markets. They do so good at markets. It's just like
what do you mean, girls picking up things or girls
they're
selling?
just like looking like there's some cool like thing to look at. There's not really that as much for a dude. There's not much I want to bring home, but a hot sauce, perfect.
I've been getting my market on.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you
do? I went to Market, not my Market City. Market City, and there's an actual place. I went on a bit of a market-a-thon.
Oh, yeah?
For the first time ever.
Oh,
I went
nice,
to the Glebe markets.
Cool.
First time I've ever been there.
That's the one at the primary school, hey?
Yeah, the one at the school.
Like it was on one of the days where the markets wasn't happening. I just showed up early. I'll just hang out here.
I'll take here. I'll take that young Filipino boy. But yeah, went to Glebe markets. I went to Marrickville markets.
Yeah.
I think the Marrickville farmers markets.
Yeah.
It is crazy how hipster these places are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of gear are they selling? Were you getting food from there? What were you getting?
Oh, what was I getting at some of these boys? I think there was like a South American like food thing. They were selling like empanadas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got like a Peruvian steak thing. I got a plant.
Yeah.
That boy I got from the Glebe market.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that puppy.
That's nice. A plant's a nice thing to get at a
Plant's
market.
a nice one to get from a market. So I got a bunch of food, left with some plants.
Oh, yeah.
And that was kind of in. And then I think I went to the next market, the Marrickville ones. They got nasty.
Yeah.
They got very nasty. I think just, the amount of like different foods is very nice. At these markets. But it is a breeding ground for like some of the... It's not even bad. You kind of like in theory hate hippies and hipsters.
Yeah.
But when you're kind of around them and they're selling you things, maybe they're like, it makes them a little bit more bearable rather than overhearing them in a coffee shop.
I don't hate hipsters. I do hate hippies.
Yeah, you've mentioned that. Yeah,
I like a hipster is just like
you can't hate hipsters because you'd hate yourself.
Yeah, hipsters like alternative.
Yeah,
hippies just has no morals. Like they don't have a framework that works.
Yeah, they're coming up to you in a shopping center, saying, hitting you with a cereal.
Yeah, and I go put on some closed toe. Shoes.
As soon as you get dreadlocks, you've kind of said goodbye to society a little bit. And I'm speaking to black people as well.
Really?
They're just kind of disgusting. It's
Dreads.
like I'm going to prioritize
Oh, they're definitely, yeah.
my look over hygiene. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with it. They do look cool, but they're just kind of disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone
literally
thinks I'm
just-
gross, but I do kind of look like Sonic the Hedgehog, which is pretty sick.
But what is it? Dreadlocks should be reserved to people who are struggling. If you cannot get to a barber, if you're lost at sea, go ahead. Go crazy with your dreadlocks.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of like, I don't know, you're Jay-Z and you're 50 years old,
Oh, right.
you don't really need to be doing this.
Yeah,
You
I have no
literally don't.
idea about like the mechanics of the science of like keeping a dreadlock.
They can't really be kept clean in theory.
And then do you just have to, like, once you're done, you got to get them all cut off?
I think, yeah, after you've had enough with them, yeah, you have to basically do the full shave.
They're just full of shit.
Yeah.
Aren't they just full of like...
They're literally just full of dirt and like gunk and just, they're disgusting. They're really unsanitary. But they do look really cool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I'm like, they look amazing.
They do look very cool.
But if you're near anyone who has dreadlocks.
Oh, Future cut off his dreadlocks.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He did. You haven't seen this?
I haven't seen this. I'm actually kind of scared.
I'm
scared to death.
Well, they're calling him Wanda Sykes.
Futures always look like a lesbian.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah, he looks, yeah.
Looks like a lady. I can't believe he's cut off his dreadlocks. I literally... Can you... Oh, you might have to get up a photo. This is like major. This is breaking news.
He still looks cool.
Does he? I can't imagine. I can't imagine what he looks like. I've only ever seen even young Future with like short dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks cut.
Dreadlocks
All right,
cut.
let's have a look at...
If he looks like Wanda Sykes. Yeah, we'll be the judge to see if Future actually looks like Wanda Sykes with his dreadlocks cut off. Because he's got woman face. He looks like Meryl Streep. That's what people have always said. Okay, what are we dealing with here? I'm scared. This is my... That's not him, is it?
It is him.
That might be Photoshop.
No, that's really him. It's a video.
Are you sure?
There's multiple photos of him at the Met Gala with his haircut.
I don't know what to think.
There's a lot to take in, I know.
Because I'm talking about Future is like my hero, right? He's every man's hero because every man strives to be like Future, if not Future himself.
That's him. It's pretty shocking.
It's like legitimately shocking. I don't know what to think. My life's kind of... This is literally shaking up my world a little bit.
Yeah, a man got a haircut and it's shaking.
Yeah, it's shaking up my world. It's scary that that's all it can take.
Yeah.
Future is the symbol of like masculinity, hyper masculinity, toxic masculinity.
True.
A lot of that, I don't know. A lot of what keeps that together is his appearance.
Yeah.
And the fact he's cut off his dreads, which again, they're a symbol. It's like, I don't care how I smell.
Yeah.
But women are still going to, throw themselves at me. And now he looks crazy. I'm really shocked. And he's like also dyed his hair at the same time to kind of like do something.
I think he did like a thread on Twitter yesterday for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And he said to like 6 women, like,
oh, he's always done that.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a real one for holding it down with Lil Hendrix or whatever.
I think he's done that for a few years now.
Yeah.
It's so sad because what's going to happen, like, Future probably needed to die 3 years ago and he would have gone out a legend.
Yeah.
This is just a sign that, if you are kind of like a messiah-like figure, you can't just stick around.
Uh-huh.
You literally can't because people start to turn on you and just kind of feel sad.
Yeah, true.
That's actually kind of ruined my day. Future is meant to be the coolest person to ever live. And now he's looking like Wanda Sykes.
You know what would be a great thing to go to? Like one of those concerts that they'll do where they tour like... It's like a bunch of like artists from the past that no one really cares about much anymore.
Yeah.
Like it'll just be Busta Rhymes, Mary J. Blige, maybe Ice Cube, chuck him in there.
Snoop Dogg might headline, 50 Cent might be there.
No,
Ja
even it's like a step down. Like Ja Rule's on the money.
Bow Wow.
But you just, instead of getting like anyone like amazing, instead of getting like Kendrick, who is going to blow your socks off, just get like 6 of these acts that no one's really going crazy for.
Yes.
Because I want to know who's going to those things.
I know, it's like, hey, we're going to
see Salt and Pepper.
They exist.
Yeah.
And they're all over Sydney.
Yeah.
There are people, I don't know if they're like really far out west or in some rural areas, but don't understand the concept of celebrities being able to like travel. And they're like, are you kidding me? Little Bow Wow's performing at like the RSL tonight. This will be our thing out for the weekend.
Bro.
Yeah.
Freaking Coolio.
Yeah.
Performed in my hometown.
When?
Maybe a year or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And
in your hometown, in Azaduzza.
Yeah, and I think he did a couple songs and bailed. But I'm like, what's Coolio doing in Ulladulla?
Because what goes on there? What goes on with these regional tours? These tours that I remember 6ix9ine was doing tours around, I don't know if it was Russia or something like that.
What?
But they go to these places that no one visits.
Yeah,
and you can have like a huge demand. You can be like Ice Spice and sell out like an arena.
I swear ASAP Rocky just did a show in like Vietnam or something.
Really?
And then I guess they just don't advertise it or something. I have no idea how it works.
Because I guess
they go there and get the bag.
Forgotten markets. There must be a thing. Go into a forgotten market. Like if you're performing in like Uzbekistan, you could probably like get the whole city. You could get the whole country out to see you. It's
just as a promoter for one of those shows.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, who's on the lineup? You just listing off these guys, and it's like, I guess that kind of works. I went to, actually last weekend, like a ZZ Top show. Did I tell you about this?
No.
So it's just like with my whole family.
Yeah.
I don't want to see ZZ Top.
Yeah.
I want to spend time with my family.
Yeah. And they want to go get sloppy toppy.
Is that so wrong?
Yeah.
yeah.
You went to go get sloppy toppy with your fam.
Do you reckon they've hit that?
They must have. There's no question. I'm pretty sure they're like funny. There's like a comedic element to, or they're aware of how they're perceived.
Did you know that? They're Jewish.
Really?
Band. Yeah.
Yeah. ZZ Topperstein. Something there.
But yeah, it was like a lineup show, but it was maybe like 6 bands or something. But it was like the Living End, who was sick, Baby Animal, who else? Oh, there was a guy that did Bad to the Bone.
Oh, that dude was there.
Yeah, and he sucked.
Did he hit it?
He sucked so
Could
much.
he hit that? Could he hit the actual like lyrics?
I got to show you a YouTube.
Bad.
I got to show you a YouTube video of this guy afterwards, because this is one of the worst live performances I've ever seen.
Can he not hit the bad?
He's hitting that, but that's
pretty hard to do.
He's like doing guitar solos, and he's just terrible at guitar. I'm like, I don't know how you can be like, I don't know, whatever.
Isn't it a really simple song? Isn't it like
yeah, it was like guitar solos throughout the whole set, and it's just not it. And like people's action, you reach a certain point in age, and like the way you move on stage is just so weird.
Yeah,
it's like they kind of act like Lil Wayne in a music video. Yeah. Like they'll walk to one side of the stage and then do like a face over this side, but the expression they're making doesn't really. What emotion are you trying to get across?
What is it? Just lack of, they just haven't been on stage in a while.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that. It's just like that maybe was what used to be cool or scary or something, but it just doesn't translate. Like he walks over one side of the stage and then you like pull his glasses down a little bit and then push him back up with his middle finger and then like walk back to the center of the stage. And it's like, nothing you're doing makes me feel any kind of way. I don't relate to the way you're moving. It's very strange.
Because who was it? It was like Busta Rhymes. It was like trying to like hump the microphone stand.
What?
Yeah. Or pretend he was like acting out sexual intercourse with a microphone stand.
No. Was it?
Was it Busta Rhymes? It was someone with like a gun.
I swear it was R. Kelly.
No, this was like recent, or relatively recent, like a few months ago.
Busta Rhymes is 60 years old.
Yeah, it was Busta Rhymes, 100% actually, and he was like trying to seduce the audience as like a 60-year-old man with like a massive gut.
Yeah,
and he was kind of like trying to like thrust against it.
That's one of the
looking
worst
at the
things I've
women.
ever heard.
It was so, and just the look on his face was kind of meant to be like very lustful.
He's not good looking either. He's a weird looking
He's never
guy.
been good looking.
Yeah. He's got that weird thing. Is 50 Cent on TRT or something? Like, why?
Yeah, he's looking like the Elephant Man.
He looks like Joe Rogan. It's so weird, man.
But yeah, who else was at the? Who else had a good performance? They were the toppy boys.
Sloppy Toppy. Oh my god, this is like the whitest place around.
You're in what? At Uzzy Duzzy?
No, this is in Wollongong. This
the
festival
Gongo.
was.
Yeah.
But I've never seen such a concentration of just straight up white people.
Any coloured people? What was the one?
None.
Really?
None.
Not even Sri Lankan family.
No.
Damn. No Filipinos. Not even an Italian bloke.
Italian. I tossed Italian in.
Okay, maybe there was an Italian guy.
No.
Yeah.
I was just saying for the record.
Yeah.
No, it was just white people. I've never seen that concentration of white people.
Apart from when I saw something pretty similar when I went to Kendrick Lamar. That was probably the only other time I'd experienced so many white people. Or white people could be like together in one place at one time.
It was nuts, man.
Yeah.
It was so crazy because I'm like, this is not a proper representation of this area, especially Wollongong, man.
I've never been to Wollongong.
Oh, it's a university.
I'm assuming
town,
it's
so it's just super. I guess
really
Chinese.
Okay,
No, it's super mixed. Yeah,
really. I've always assumed Wollongong's is the widest place on earth.
Nah.
Again,
this is a congregation for white people. This is white stock.
It's almost like there are so many levels to it being for white people. Like again, you probably have like a Sri Lankan guy that's kind of like, I like this. But it's like, do you like ZZ Top though? You may have liked them back in the day, but what about now?
Yeah.
And Living End. Yeah, it's kind of like washed up bands that only white people liked.
Yeah.
Who else was on the lineup again? Living End, ZZ Top.
Baby Animals.
Animals, I don't even know.
Rose Tattoo.
Oh, Rose Tattoo. Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was pretty cool.
How were all their performances? Any standouts?
The whole thing was so sick.
Actually,
I loved it. Yeah. It was great. I felt so safe.
No one was like pushing or kind of shoving it all.
I did stand on a guy's bag. He put a bag down. It was a very old person. Okay, so it's skewed probably like 50-year-old white
100%
kind of people. And like on the dance floor area, like right in front of the stage.
Yeah.
There was like a guy behind me and we kind of like moved in because that's where my family was.
Yes.
And there was like enough room, whatever. And as it like moved, a guy like pushed me in the back.
Yeah.
I turned around and I was like, "Come." I said something and he was like a older guy.
Yeah.
But I had trodden on his backpack, which he has on the floor of like the dance area.
Yeah. That's a crazy move.
Because I just can't win in that moment.
Yeah.
Because I know the right thing is
you can't scream at him and be like, dude, you shouldn't have this here. You have to kind of just...
I wanted to pick it up and fucking throw it, dude. That would have
been amazing.
That would have felt good.
But then it's an old dude.
I didn't want to do that. That's mean. But
again, yeah, you were just a bit worked up.
That's the feeling that you get.
Yeah. Bag down. Shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Old dude.
And then I'm like, this is for him. This concert is for him. It's not for me.
Even though you were enjoying yourself.
I was enjoying the hell out of it, but it's like...
I know I recently got some tickets to Bad Bunny.
Oh, did ya?
That's going to be a pretty crazy one.
Yeah.
Very weird move by him as well.
Yeah.
He's doing a world tour. He's not going to America. He's become very political. He's only going to Sydney.
Right.
Like, he's only going to real select places.
He's coming... he's... What, not doing the other cities in Australia?
Oh, he's just going to Sydney.
What? Really?
He's trying to, like, make a point.
What's the point he's making?
I don't really know. I actually don't know. But his whole tour is, like, he'll just go to I don't know, just go to Paris, and he would just go to kind of like, he's skipping certain places. He's being very picky choosy.
Oh, yeah.
But I know, like, I think he's only kind of doing one show at a lot of places as well. I know I saw he's got a show somewhere in Spain. And again, it probably wasn't even Barcelona. It was probably like a weird sort of city in Spain. But there were, what was it? My lady got a ticket for me and her. There was 20,000 people in the queue on Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Apparently, at his show in Spain, one of the cities like Malaga or something like that, online for the queue, there was 660,000 people waiting in the online queue for the tickets.
Yeah, right.
To this like one stadium show.
Right.
It's crazy how much draw this guy has.
Why do you know Bad Bunny songs? I couldn't name one.
I don't know them too well because I don't know what they're called.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Silly...
Yeah, some silly kind of taco music. It's going to get clipped. I'm going to lose my ticket. I don't know. Some of that rice and beans rubbish. I don't know. Something about rice and beans.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane how popular he is.
Where is he from?
Puerto Rico.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just...
So what do they speak there? Mexican? Puerto Rico, oh, it is Spanish, yeah.
It is Spanish, yeah. Well, that's that part of the world. I still kind of don't believe it exists. I don't know what's going to happen here. There's no Spanish people in Sydney.
Yeah, no one's going to understand what the hell he's talking about. That's why it's so sexy, because we think he's like singing taco music.
I think that's literally it. Because you don't really understand what he's saying. It may as well be like listening to an alien.
Is he sexy? Is that his thing?
Apparently he is now. It's so funny. I love this.
Or is he a really good singer? Is he a dancer? What's the sell?
Yeah, what's the sell with Bad Bunny? I've never really thought he has like an amazing voice. I never really saw him as like overly good looking. His music is always...
He's just a Puerto Rican guy.
And it's like Bad Bunny songs. I never really know when Bad Bunny appears either. The song ends and I'm like, not really sure where Bad Bunny was there. Like I'll listen to like a Drake song.
But it's the only part of the title you understand.
It's weird. It's like, yeah, if he's in a song with three people, I'll never even really know when he appears.
Yeah.
And I think I only recently understood when his voice started sounding like, no. That's kind of how he sounds.
Is it all just like... Yeah, I can't even imagine... I mean, it'll be cool, I'm sure.
I think it's going to be nuts. I think it's going to be very nuts. Yeah, to be complete, I love Bad Bunny. I don't know what any of his songs are called. Yeah. I really liked his new album. He's very cool.
The music. You just like the music.
The music's nuts. I think he's good looking. I think. People seem to... I think he had some poster where he's in his underwear.
Oh, damn.
That people went crazy about.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn, yeah. I think he's wearing fake tan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only kind of weird thing going on.
I think you can kind of do that thing. You can kind of do fake tan.
I don't know. Is that what's going on? Like Hispanic people can kind of go through their fake tan phase?
I was tripping out over the other day, like thinking about, isn't it so weird that, there are standards of beauty and whatever, but that specific type of like English lady that goes hardcore fake tan and crazy with the makeup, it only exists there, right? It's only in like England that you get that specific. 100%. What is it? Is it Geordie Shore?
Yeah, that sort of Geordie look, Geordie Shore look.
Yeah, and then what is it about that area that gives that?
Yeah. I think it's if you listen to someone from that area, they sound like they should look like that.
Yeah, they do.
They sound so crazy.
Yeah.
They have like the craziest accent on earth. And they have to almost like live up to their accent by doing something ridiculous with their appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Like imagine sounding like that and just, I don't know, looking like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
It would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or imagine being like Anne Hathaway and sounding like a Geordie person.
Right.
You have to kind of look insane to make up for how you kind of sound to people.
That's true.
Have you ever come across like someone who sounds insane? You look behind you and they look nothing like that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's such a specific question. Have you ever done that? Has this ever happened to you?
I think this very specific niche thing ever happened to you.
No.
No, it's actually never happened.
It's never
happened to me.
Yeah, I can't think of a time.
I'm trying to think of some. It happens to me every now and then, like going back to the eavesdropping in conversations where I'll be somewhere like a Starbucks waiting for my order and there's like a crazy conversation going on behind me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It'll just be like some dudes just having a really sexual conversation. They kind of like sound like older, I don't even know, like hedge fund sort of guys. I'm just assuming they're going to be so disgusting and so horrible. And then I turn around and they're like two like small kind of Chinese guys.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's been a crazy one.
Damn, I didn't know they were.
It's very, very funny when the physicality
I think
doesn't match how they sound.
Yeah, I think it was I had a little workout today, and there was a guy that was behind me, like at the bubbler or something like that, and I heard him say something, and he was just like a jacked as hell dude.
Yeah.
And he was just a white guy, and he just had like an Arabic kind of accent.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I just really was not expecting it at all.
Yeah, of course.
It's pretty nuts.
It is, yeah. I know the the Middle Eastern accent has been appropriated by so many people.
Oh, I saw a joke about it being like, yeah, you know, I was like at this UFC game. Oh, it's Nick Cody. Shout out.
Cody? Oh, this is like the comedian.
Funny comic. Yeah, he's like got this joke where he's like, I was at this UFC.
Yeah.
And I heard these people behind me in that Australian accent, that classic Australian accent you understand anywhere in the world. You know, the classic Australian accent. They were behind me like, take his fucking head off.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was so good.
That's beautiful.
That is the worldwide Australian accent now. Now food is, I've been like spending some time out west.
Yeah.
Amazing food. You can get the best food in the world at like 12 a.m.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just like good for you almost. Like it's
they
like
make
soul
healthy food. They make
it's
healthy
crazy,
food.
man.
Because it's all Middle Eastern food. You'll go
Yeah.
anywhere and you get like fresh meat paws or like, I don't know, chicken breast and just kind of like rice. They're all really, I don't know, obsessed with their appearance.
Do you ever shop at Whole Foods?
No.
I think that's the next stage of my evolution.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there even a Whole Foods in Australia?
Heaps, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Super expensive though.
God, I've never come across them. Why?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I think I have a friend who used to get like activated almonds, and I never really understood that.
What's activated almonds?
I think they literally make it up.
Oh yeah?
It's like a massive grift, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
oh.
or the whole concept of it is like, how can we kind of, I don't know, lie to people?
I think that's what the supermarkets is doing, brother.
I know. I think that might be. I think this might be happening everywhere.
Yeah.
I do think it seems to be a little bit worse with Whole Foods though.
Oh yeah?
I just feel you go in there and they'll just sell like, I don't know, they'll just have almonds. The same almonds you could get at Woolworths, but it'll just be like $45.
Maybe.
And this is what happens. Like, if you're going to go down that road, you kind of have to go all in.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do that, you can't really slip up and go get McDonald's at night if you haven't eaten. Because it's like, I'm spending so much money on this really good food.
Yeah.
I don't want to kind of like mess up this investment I've basically made now.
Back to the Keith Richards thing. It's like the idea, at some point you kind of have to be like, maybe it is just the genes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's like this whole grind culture. It's like, if I get a job, if I do this, if I like work out, if I get this amount of money, if I got this car, then girls like me.
Yes.
But then that guy has to look at the dude that girls just like.
100%.
And I think that's really healthy and good for people to do that kind of thing. And just be like, none of that really just matters. You're just not that guy. And that's fine.
I think that's one of the things that like people don't really want to address. That you can do everything right, and some dude who's done nothing at all can kind of technically beat you.
Or there's the idea of like you could have someone that like whatever your insecurity is.
Yep.
And then there's the guy that has that fulfilled.
Yes.
But is still not happy, or they're like, I'm an anxious mess.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I guess I don't even really know. Like if you are Brian Johnson, you're doing everything right. I don't know if he dies at 70. Just randomly.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can literally on paper have everything going for you, and just for some weird reason, I don't know, let's say you approach a girl in a club, she knows who you are. Or even I don't even know, she doesn't know who you are, but she sees all the things, all of your success and everything like that, but she just goes for the next guy. I think that can happen, and it's kind of nice. I think that's just how the world works. I think that's the big man upstairs is trying to keep us all humble.
Is this just culture, like propaganda, movies and stuff like that?
I think
I've been thinking about how much of a like psyop we're just so like indoctrinated in a certain way.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm kind of afraid to go overseas and
what with?
Just I think how much is actually fabricated from like this is what we're meant to be thinking, and like these are the ways like consumerism products and capitalism and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty freaky. It's a
very freaky one. I always want to try to like lean into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I think the whole consumerism is very nice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But
like very nice.
But being aware of it, I suppose, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, being aware of it. I think if you kind of double down, and there is that sort of rich dad, poor dad mentality of, I don't know, sometimes the rich dad is sadder than the poor dad. The poor dad who kind of spends all his money, tries to kind of keep up with the next person, could have like this amazing experience, while the rich dad never really gets to enjoy life the way he wants to.
Is that the point of that book?
No, it's the opposite.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I was going to say if you read that whole book and it's like, oh no, you don't even need to be a rich dad. That's the whole point of the book.
I do. Yeah, I might have to write a book.
So the book is subtle art of not giving a hoot.
What about that? Yeah. What about that book?
The subtle art of not giving a hoot, and then you get to the end of it, and it's like, actually, you should kind of be giving a hoot.
Dude, you should kind of want to look nice for people.
Yeah.
You should be smelling pretty good. You do want to have some nice things.
Yeah.
Brands kind of do matter every now and then.
Yeah, if people have a negative opinion of you, they're probably right. Someone says something nasty, it's not coming from nowhere.
Yeah, people aren't making this stuff up.
Yeah.
If you feel like, I don't know, people don't treat you with respect, there's probably just something inherently wrong with you. That's fine. I do think, there is a case to be made for that poor dad having a sick life. Being cooler, not being some weirdo.
Did you read the whole book?
I read quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of it. It's basically talking about like, the main thing is the main key points are make your money work for you. That's what they just keep on going back to.
All right, will do. Done. It's just like invest in shit.
Yeah, just like, what is it? You want to have assets, not liabilities. The part that I don't like is basically saving. Like, you don't... What would it be? Go for the cheaper option.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that's kind of like hidden when you read it. You don't really have to go out for dinner all the time. You don't have to shop at Woolworths. Aldi's just as good. That's the stuff that is hidden. And
I'm getting angry.
I know.
I'm getting real angry. Really?
That's the stuff that I noticed. Is like, it's the same thing with what is it? The Communist Manifesto. When I read that.
Did you?
Yeah, it's really short. It's like 2 hours on. It's a really quick read.
Yeah.
Just, I'll
That's
listen
so
to
funny. Like if you're reading Rich Dad Poor Dad and like how to win at this capital game.
Yeah.
You get like halfway through and you're like, maybe I'll see what else is out there.
But yeah, I think with everything, there's the hidden message or the hidden things you have to do that you don't really want to.
Yeah.
Like you probably finish reading the David Goggins book and you realize you kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, the Goggins one's kind of good because it's like it does put a fire under you a little bit.
Yeah, it does, but then it's kind of like, what are you even doing? You're running for what?
I think it's a metaphor.
Still, everyone is running, and literally running in Sydney now for no reason.
Right.
Because they all read the David Goggins book.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not a metaphor.
I do always say it to people, and this is so funny.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like you rubbing off on me. Pause.
Yeah.
But like the whole idea of like someone being like, I'm going for a run.
Right.
Or if someone tells me they're going for a walk,
Yeah.
I'm like, great, that's the best thing for you.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying. That's not what anyone wants to hear.
I know. Yeah, I had a friend who talked about
Actually, yeah.
all this stuff's bad. There's this, in the Communist Manifesto, basically it was like, you can't have an ego. And
What?
you can't,
Is that what he's talking about?
That's the hidden things. And it's like, you're not going to have a legacy. You can't have an ego. No one's really going to ever be impressed by things that you have. And what else? Yeah, basically it's a major attack on having an ego, passing down a legacy, having a name for yourself, having something you're really proud of. None of that can exist in this world that he wants.
It's really interesting to think about like Western proponents of communism.
Yeah.
That are then at such a stature that they're able to debate people in nice halls and whatever and have 10,000 people staring at them.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
It
seems fishy.
It's always been fishy, and it will always be fishy, I think. Because I think people will, let's say, read a self-help book or read kind of like, I don't know, get into like an ideology. But they'll overlook all the things that they don't want to see. And that's always there. And in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's just, sometimes it's just, I don't know, people don't want to get up. People are kind of lazy. I think there needs to be a book that appeals to that a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like, just sleep in, get some sleep. My favorite book or favorite podcast, actually not book, I think he's an author, Matthew Walker, the Sleep Dude. That was one of the best things I'd ever heard in my life, was his like appearance on Joe Rogan, because you leave it being like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. I can do that. I can kind of do that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. It's still not going to be easy to go to bed, but at least that's better than I have to get up and go for a run now.
Yeah.
Or I have to get up and go for a run tomorrow. I've just got to get to bed. I remember finishing that Matthew Walker thing. He's basically like, your life will become 100 times better if you just sleep more. That's something I can get behind. That's a message I can really get behind. And that's something like, he's coming to Sydney as well.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I sent you like a video of him. Apparently, he's turning into a woman. I don't know if he's actually trans, but I think he's sleeping too much turning into a lady. I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
If you sleep too much as a man,
You start having too many good ideas.
you have like way too much empathy. You're probably like really well rested and composed and not like agitated or on edge or anything like that. Men should be like The Rock. The Rock walks into a room, and if anyone asks how much sleep he's had, he said 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I've been in the gym the last 3 hours.
Yeah.
He's always just come from the gym.
Yeah.
Whatever room he walks into, and he's had 2 hours of sleep. That's a man.
Yeah.
If someone tried to do that, I don't know. If The Rock was in a shopping center and someone hit him with the cereal thing, he'd probably knock them out cold. You know what I mean? Literally. That's what a man should do. Matthew Walker, someone would do that. He'd slowly like look at them and just kind of be like, "Hey man, how you going?"
What's his whole thing? He just wants everyone to have.
He wants everyone to go to bed. He wants everyone to go to bed.
As much sleep as possible.
As much sleep as literally possible. As much sleep as you possibly can.
This guy might have been sent from hell. You're meant to be awake.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It is kind of creepy. When I mentioned I was trying to do that sleep thing for like 12 hours. I felt great. I felt like Matthew. I felt like a woman.
You're trying to sleep for 12 hours?
In bed for 12 hours. I think 11 hours in bed. What happens? You wake up and then you're almost getting ready to go back to bed. That's how it kind of feels. It is this weird sort of like universe you create for yourself. That's like you wake up a few hours and you're like, damn, okay, I can't do that. I got to get to bed soon. Mm-hmm. That's how your life becomes. But you are so alert for every single second you're awake.
I kind of get that. I'm like, I want to kind of have a chill night and then say it's like I've done everything that I want to do by like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's like if I go to bed now and then I'm asleep within X amount of time, I'm going to wake up either so early. It just doesn't, the math doesn't add up.
Right.
I think 8 hours is good.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of playtime.
If you're getting 8 hours.
Yeah.
I think if you're going for 10, Matthew Walker says that...
Matthew Walker's like anemic or something. He slept himself into getting a period and becoming anemic.
He's so calm. He's so chilled. But he talks about other people like LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, apparently all get like 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night.
How the hell does he know?
I know, that's one of the things as well. I think professional athletes...
You get 10 hours of sleep, right? And they're like, yeah.
I'm going to write that in my book. But I think, like we mentioned, Keith Richards, all these people are lying to us. Celebrities are getting like 12 hours of sleep. Because they realize that's the thing that's going to give them the advantage over everyone.
I was thinking about that when I watched Zucky on...
Oh, yeah.
Or on Theo's thing.
Yeah, Nuck if you Zuck.
Yeah, and I was like... Yeah, Zuckerberg's talking about, like, he's got this time where he wakes up, checks his phone, and looks at things that have happened within the company.
Yep.
And then he goes and does jiu-jitsu for 2 hours. And he's talking about doing these art projects. He's like making a sculpture of his wife and stuff like that. Yeah. And I just don't understand how people have time for these things. Because what is it? Is it just every move you make is just an incredible blow in your work day?
Oh, yeah. I have
or
the same
is
feelings.
it... Yeah, just... I don't understand how you can have any free time. And he's like, Wednesdays, me and Priscilla go on a date. Yep. It's our date night. Every night we put the kids to bed together. Yes. And I'm like doing the math and I'm like, you don't have a job. You don't do work.
Yeah, of course. I honestly think there are little things though, like if you never have to think about what am I going to eat. Mm-hmm. I think about just the things that kind of...
Oh, that goes... I do meal prep.
Yeah.
For all week. Yeah. And it's...
How long does that take?
It's 2 hours? Less?
Oh, okay, that's pretty quick. But then you've got food at the ready at all times.
Yeah.
So you're in Zuckerland.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because with me, even now, like let's say I want to go get Domino's.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive there. Take like probably 20 minutes. I'll sit in the car and eat it. That'll probably take 30 minutes. I drive back. I have to like sit down for like an hour after eating it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the stuff you don't really think about.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg's like, oh, hey, I'm going to get a meal. And his chef just brings him something. He's like, okay, what am I doing now? I just spent like 4 hours getting Domino's. Mark Zuckerberg is now 4 hours ahead of me.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't had to think about eating. If he has any sort of problem, I don't know, if he has to make a phone call. He's also autistic. I don't think he has any like friends or sort of commitment socially he has to keep up with. That
he goes
stuff
to UFC constantly.
He does what?
Goes to the UFC.
Goes to UFC.
He's friends with all the fighters.
Oh, that's true.
Trains with them.
Yeah. What's his secret then? What's going on?
I literally think he just doesn't have a job. I don't know what it is. Because then you've got, like, Elon Musk. Yeah. He's just on Twitter all the time.
He's on Twitter 24/7.
When does he have time to come back to everyone?
It doesn't make... And it seems like it's him.
Fully, yeah. 100%.
I do think there's just... Yeah, again, we have been lied to.
Yeah.
The world is not as it seems. And I think there are people out there who are in, like, the upper class who have clones.
You think it's clones?
Yeah. Just without question.
Yeah.
There's no way how this N-word working like you got a twin, though. That's a Drake line. I think they do have, like, some sort of clones.
Yeah.
Do you know? And I think if you do have a clone, you're able to get so much done. So much done. And let's say one clone can get food for both of you somehow. Yeah. Another clone can be working on the business.
Maybe it's just friends.
Yeah, probably is. People who do stuff for you.
Yeah.
Like, actually do stuff for you. Like, if I've run out of, like, I don't know, body wash, that's just going to be a thing I have to get.
Yeah.
Groceries. If you don't have to, like, go grocery shopping, you don't have to, like, think about food. You don't have to think about, like, planning dates. You don't have to think about gifts. You don't have to think about money or paying bills. I think as soon as you have all those eliminated, life can become very fun. And you can just hang out at the UFC.
Yeah.
Paint all morning. Yeah, there's something there.
Yeah.
We've got to wrap this puppy up.
Yeah, let's wrap this thing.
Yeah.
It's so funny you did mention Domino's. Oh, what the?
I'm so keen for some Domino's. What is it?
Time's flying.
The time is flying.
All right.
Yeah, anyway, folks.
Peace out.
Yo!